Please be seated. This is usually complicated. There we go. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anin Day, and I'm Dean of the Information School here at the University of Washington. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the 2022 Information School Convocation. Before we begin, I want to take a moment to acknowledge that the University of Washington sits on the homelands and waters of the Duwamish, Suquamish, and other Coast Salish peoples. To acknowledge this land is to recognize its longer history and our place in that history. It is to recognize these lands and waters and their significance for the peoples who lived and continue to live in this region, whose practices and spiritualities were and are tied to the land and the water, and whose lives continue to enrich and develop in relationship to the land, waters, and other inhabitants today. I know I asked you all to just sit down, but now I'm going to ask you, I would like all of you, whether you're in person or watching the live stream elsewhere, to please stand up and join me in giving a huge round of applause to the Information School Class of 2022. Thank you. Wow, it's really wonderful to come together and have the shared experience today. For many of you graduating, you've spent 2 years studying remotely. You've persevered through some of the toughest times in generations. And whether your friends, family, faculty, and staff are here in person or watching the live stream, we want you to know that we see you. We saw you endure so many challenges, both before and during the pandemic. And we saw you rise to these challenges. We saw you then, and we see you now, and we're so, so proud of you all. But if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't really recognize many of you. Partly it's the masks, and thank you for wearing those today. But mostly, it's because I'm used to seeing you as tiny square windows on my computer screen, all lined up, most of which were black, because you had your cameras off, every class, for 3 months straight. You know who you are. You're able to speak without fumbling for the unmute button. You don't need help lowering your hand after you ask a question. You don't need to be reminded that when you chat, how to send it to just one person and not the entire class. Again, you know who you are. You're not surrounded by pets, children, or parents doing strange things in the background. That has been the crazy Zoom-based lives we've been living in until very recently. And frankly, and this one really hurts, you're all much taller than I ever imagined. As someone who's only 5'4", and that's really on a good day, I find that incredibly unfair. And if I'm being perfectly honest, until you come up on stage, I'm not going to be completely convinced that you're all not just really good renderings in the latest version of a metaverse. So we'll see. So welcome to our first in-person graduation in 3 years. It is really so wonderful to see you all person, live, and in 3D, and to see and hear the enthusiasm of your peers, friends, and family for all of your achievements. I want to thank all of you in the stands who are here today and online who are here to celebrate and support our graduates. As someone who has been a graduate himself, I assure you that your support makes a huge difference. Thank you for being here today and throughout these many last months and years. This has been particularly important during the pandemic, as time seems to have both slowed down to a snail's pace and yet also passed in the blink of an eye. Graduates, please join me in offering a round of applause to everyone who supported you through your academic journey. Your friends, parents, spouses, children, siblings, roommates, pets, study partners, faculty, mentors, TAs, co-workers, and collaborators. Thank you all. At times of celebration, we often think of those who are unable to join us. For many of us, including myself, the list of people we have lost these last few years is long, and our hearts go out to all of you who are grieving. Please join me in a brief moment of silence to remember any loved ones unable to be with us today. One of my favorite things about the Information School, or as we call it, the iSchool, is that we're an interdisciplinary school. We have the 4 academic programs represented in today's ceremony, but even within these, there is a lot of variety. The iSchool community comes from all walks of life, has ambitions in many diverse fields, and brings together a wide range of skills and experiences. What brings us together, though, is our commitment to using information to create change and improve the world around us. One of the places where I see this commonality most clearly is in Capstone. I hope that many of you were able to attend our first hybrid Capstone Gala event. Over 2 nights, we had nearly 200 teams take part from across our Informatics program, our Master of Library and Information Science program, and our Master of Science in Information Management program. And the projects, they were truly inspiring. Thank you again to the student presenters, faculty, and the many people who made the event possible. I also want to acknowledge our graduates who did not take part in Capstone, like our Ph.D. students, or those who have not yet completed all the requirements for their degree. We have a number of students participating today who will officially graduate at the end of summer term. Congratulations to each of you, and best of luck in the coming months as you finish your coursework, practicum requirements, or dissertations. Congratulations. To the graduates, it has been a busy year in a crazy time, and one marked by seemingly endless change. I really cannot begin to express the pride I have in all of you for overcoming ongoing personal, societal, and global challenges and striving for excellence these past months and years. I'm also incredibly proud of the sense of community that you all have created here at the Information School. A supportive community is powerful. Having people around you that support you, who encourage you, who challenge you, who listen to you and celebrate you, it's a catalyst to accomplish great things. I hope all of you have made lifelong friends here at the iSchool, that you've created meaningful connections with your faculty, your peers, your alumni in your fields of interest. You'll always have a home here in the iSchool. As you move forward in your lives and careers, I encourage you to continue to foster and grow your community and continue to find ways to enable the success of those around you. Be a mentor, an advocate, and a source of encouragement. Most importantly, be an ally. Speak up when you see injustices, inequities, or areas for improvement. Today, all of you join an iSchool alumni community of peers that are doing amazing things for their institutions and community. They make a difference, changing lives and making the world a better place. And I can't wait to see what all of you will accomplish. Congratulations to all of you. I had the honor of becoming Dean of the Information School just a little over 4 years ago. And so while I am proud of every single one of you, I particularly want to call out and recognize the direct first-year admits who started in the iSchool in fall 2018, 4 years ago. You are a small but mighty cohort, and you'll always have a special place in my heart. With that, we will now begin our convocation ceremony with the handing out of our iSchool Annual Student Awards. We ask the award winners who are here in person to join us on stage to be recognized and have their photo taken with their award presenter. However, out of an abundance of caution in these crazy times, I ask that you refrain from accepting or giving hugs or handshakes. Fist bumps or elbow bumps are more than welcome. With that, I would like to introduce Dev Wilder, who will be presenting the 21st Century Award on behalf of the MLIS student body. Dev is the incoming co-president of ALIS, the Association of Library and Information Science Students. Dev.
Thank you, Dean Day. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dev Wilder, and I am the incoming co-president of the Association of Library and Information Science Students. I am honored to present the 21st Century Award to 2 students, each of whom the MLIS student body nominated and selected. The recipients of this award personify the future of library and information science of our field and embody the hopes for the future. The 2022 online student recipient has been admired for such a strong commitment to the program and continuous strides towards making it a better environment for both students and teachers. This student's selflessness shows with countless hours dedicated as a reader-grader, serving in various roles such as an online representative for ALIS and webmaster for SALA, as well as doing great and impacting work for the reform of our tech classes for our program. Honestly, it is hard to keep up with everything that this student does, but is always done with intention, care, and consideration for the benefit of students. We will miss the energy, positivity, and the presence of this student, but a mark has most certainly been made. It is with great pleasure that I introduce the online winner of the 21st Century Award to Stephanie Leary. The 2022 residential student recipient is notably the esprit de corps of this program. The level of desire to both learn and help others is absolutely astounding. There's always something fascinating to learn about the student, and you will never walk away without learning something from them. The student works in Suslo and Allen libraries within the special collections and has shared wonderful new things with the UW community. The awardee has always been a student that shows up to support others. With the amount of experience and passion the student has, it always translates to the encouragement given to people around. So it is with great joy that I introduce the residential winner of the 21st Century Award to Tracy Nishimoto. Congratulations, Tracy, or Stephanie, and the rest of the MLIS graduates. Thank you.
I would now like to introduce Sachi Fiolini, who will be presenting the Eisenberg Award on behalf of the Informatics student body. Sachi is a sophomore and is the incoming president for IUGA, the Informatics Undergraduate Association. Sachi.
Hello, friends, family, and members of the iSchool community. First off, congratulations to the Informatics class of 2022. As both an underclassman and your classmate, I'm constantly reminded of your passion and warmth in our iSchool community. I'm here today to present the Eisenberg Award to a graduating informatics student who has showcased their passion for informatics and technology and has made significant contributions to our community. It is an incredibly difficult year to decide who this award would go to, as there were many, many strong candidates. In the end, we chose these 2 students because of their involvement within the iSchool and their own communities. The first recipient has dedicated their time to the Women in Informatics RSO and has guided students as a teaching assistant. The second recipient has greatly represented the informatics community in the ASUW Senate and acted as a leader to transfer students. I am proud to present the 2022 Eisenberg Award to Allison Gary and Brenda Abonio.
You just use Brenda's twice, I guess, and then we'll figure it out afterwards. Congratulations to both Allison and Brenda. I would now like to introduce Lucas Garricky and Byung Min, who will be presenting the Archer Award on behalf of the MSIM student body. Lucas and Byung are the incoming president and vice president, respectively, of AIMS, the Association of Information Management Students. Lucas will present the residential awards, and Byung will present the online award.
Ayo, MSIM, make some noise. First of all, I want to praise all graduating students and those who have helped them to this point over their resilience over the last 2.5 years. The Archer Award honors Master of Information Management students who embody the qualities of dedication, empowering others, and displaying vision as voted by their peers. Today we are honoring 3 students, 1 student from the Early Career Accelerated program, 1 from the 2-year residential program, and 1 from the online program. The first student from the Early Career Accelerated program is someone who has left quite the impact on her fellow students in 1 short year. She is dedicated to helping fellow students inside and outside the classroom. In addition, she is passionate about creating a positive impact on societal issues such as climate change. Students have appreciated her leadership in group projects and mentioned her willingness to share her vast technical knowledge with them. I'm thrilled to announce Sheetal Thakkar as our first Archer Award recipient. Our next award recipient, over his 2 years in MSIM, has impacted students by being friendly, helpful, and approachable. He is known within the MSIM community for his excellent leadership qualities in positions within the iSchool as a peer advisor and my predecessor as the AIMS president. Please join me in welcoming Shivang Dalal to the stage.
Hello, everybody. I'm here to present the final Archer Award today for the student that demonstrated exceptional dedication to our program, empowering others and embodying the iSchool's vision for what our students should strive for. I've had the pleasure of being in IMT 500, Foundations of Information Management, with this student, and I can personally attest that they represent the MSIM program at the highest level. Many of us describe this individual as sincere, driven, energetic, and a leader. During my time in the MSIM program, they have always been approachable, and I was constantly amazed by the level of comfort in being able to speak up and truly advocate for their peers. They have led discussions and engaged their peers in challenging themselves. They have also shown exceptional work ethic and commitment. The numerous examples of leadership they demonstrated day in and day out have truly inspired me to be a better person and a leader. With that, I'm thrilled to announce the final Archer Award to Peyush Soni for the class of 2022, sorry.
As chair of the MLIS program, Dr. Michelle H. Martin will now present the Ruth Warden Award for Student Excellence in Library and Information Science. Michelle.
The Ruth Warden Award for Student Excellence in Library and Information Science, named for the first full-time faculty hired for the University of Washington Library School in 1926, is awarded to one MLIS student per year who demonstrates outstanding leadership, service, or academic merit. I'd like to tell you about the contributions of this student year's recipient. This student stepped into leadership with grace and a keen ear for listening to his peers, to other students and student leaders, to faculty and staff. He never shied away from difficult conversations and from conveying the will of the students to faculty when change needed to happen. According to Chance Hunt, he says, the student consistently has shown a passion for people and their needs. He's committed to building and managing systems or structures in information settings that support and respond to people. He is also the rare student who has demonstrated through his coursework the desire to manage information organizations into the future. And Helene Williams says, this student brought a wealth of library and supervisory experience to the MLIS program, which has enriched every course he's been in. As a faculty member, I learned from him every time he spoke up or led a group project to successful completion. I'd like to invite David Frappier to come up to receive the Warden Award.
I now invite Informatics Program Chair, Dr. Amy J. Coe, who will present the Faculty Award for Student Excellence in Informatics. Amy.
All right, thank you, Anand. The Faculty Award for Student Excellence recognizes students who demonstrate scholarship, leadership, and service to the information school and to their peers. And so this year we'll be recognizing two students who've demonstrated just such strong advocacy as student peers, incredible persistence in their work, and outstanding leadership in supporting our teaching and mentorship missions across the school through limitless energy. And there are two students we'll be recognizing this year. Can Louis Ta and Lauren Ng please come to the stage?
I now invite MSIM Program Chair, Dr. Hala Anabi, who will present the Faculty Award for Student Excellence in Information Management. Hala.
Thank you, Anand. So every year, the faculty who teach in the MSIM program have the very difficult task of selecting one student per track that exemplifies excellence in our academic program. We select these students based on 3 criteria: principles leadership, social responsibility, and academic excellence in coursework. This year, for the early career track, the faculty awarded Shruti Dixit the award. As Shruti makes it to the stage, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Shruti. Shruti specialized in business intelligence and program and product management. Shruti, make your way to the stage, please, while I read your accomplishments. Shruti came to us as a career changer. She was working in social work for many years, making great impact there. And she came and joined the program and immersed herself fully in the academic and professional life of the MSIM program and the professional network within the iSchool. She exemplified iSchool values. She's been the ambassador for student recruitment as well as faculty recruitment. She is an example of principled leadership and professional and academic excellence. Shruti will be joining Amazon as a business intelligence engineer. So congratulations, Shruti. The Early Career Accelerated Award goes to Lee Pola. Lee pursues a data science specialization. I'm not sure if Lee is with us today, but if he is, please make your way to the stage. Lee excelled in his coursework and got incredibly engaged in research in the data science with the data science faculty. He led various aspects of research and mentored undergraduate student researchers as well. He demonstrates genuine curiosity to pursue really difficult questions in relation to data and bias and AI. He also was a TA and helped many of his peers. Lee will be pursuing his Ph.D. in the future. In the meantime, he is working as a software engineer at Adventis Global. Congratulations, Lee, if you're not with us. The last recipient of this award goes to mid-career track, and it is awarded to Markeisha Hicks, if she can make her way to the program, to the stage. Markeisha specialized in business intelligence. She is an experienced IT professional who works for the state of California. She is one of our inaugural online cohort students, and she exemplifies principled leadership, and she often leads with the highest levels of integrity and compassion. She challenges her faculty and her peers to critically engage in discourse related to the impact of information management practices on underserved communities. She is the example of a data-driven, socially conscious information leader. Halfway through her program, Markeisha also secured a promotion to be a unit chief in California Department of Healthcare Services, overseeing the department and the tools that processes $4 billion of healthcare transactions a week. So she's already accomplished a lot, and we are looking forward to seeing how she will pursue her career.
Many congratulations to all of our award winners. Now I have the distinct pleasure of introducing our amazing keynote speaker. For many in this room, Nancy Pearl, she doesn't need an introduction. She's a hero within the library field, spending her career celebrating the joys of reading and the power of books to create connections and understanding across difference, space, and time. At the Seattle Public Library, Nancy founded If All Seattle Read the Same Book project in 1998, which is now known as Seattle Reads. The program was based on her long-held belief that books can break down barriers between people, and it has since been adopted widely across the country and the globe. This is one of her many achievements that led to her recognition as the 2011 Librarian of the Year by the Library Journal, and in 2021, the recipient of the National Book Foundation's Literarian Award for Outstanding Service to the American literary community. These are just two of her many, many awards. She's also a best-selling author, speaker, and editor, and also, my favorite, the inspiration, I don't know if you can see this, the inspiration for the Archie McPhee Librarian action figure, and it's really an action figure. You can tell I'm a real fanboy because I even have an autographed one. For all of these reasons, she is widely recognized as America's librarian. To the iSchool and to me, she remains a trusted advisor, champion, and educator, and I'm thrilled to welcome her here to speak to all of us today. Please join me in giving a warm iSchool welcome to Nancy Pearl. Nancy.
Congratulations, class of 2022. Now, I realize you've heard this approximately a gazillion times already, but I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the last 2 years of ongoing fear and weirdness of life in general and how it affected your educational experience in particular. And yet, here we all are at the 2022 Convocation, having more or less successfully negotiated and are continuing to negotiate a worldwide pandemic. And here you are, about to graduate with a bachelor's degree in informatics, a master's degree in library and information science or information management, or a doctorate in information science. I commend you all for your perseverance and your resilience. I don't know about you, but what saved me during the COVID days, and what has always saved me during difficult times, and not so difficult times, is reading. I grew up in a lower middle class family in Detroit. These days we'd be described as dysfunctional, but what I knew back then was that I was deeply and fatally unhappy. It was painful to live in our house, and consequently I spent much of my childhood at the Parkman Branch Library. The two children's librarians there opened the world to me, showing me through the books they gave me to read that there were different ways to be, worlds beyond what I saw and lived through every day. It's not much of an exaggeration to say that reading saved my life. By the time I was 10, I knew I wanted to be a librarian, a children's librarian, because I wanted to help other kids the way Miss Whitehead and Miss Long helped me. And I've never once wavered in my belief that being a librarian is one of the best and most important careers that anyone could have. My career has taken me many places and given me many opportunities. As you've heard, I'm a library action figure, for goodness sake. Digitized by a local Seattle company, Archie McPhee. I've taught classes at the iSchool for many years, LIS 524, Adult Reader Services in the Public Library, and LIS 525, Genres for Adult Readers. And as the executive director of the Washington Center for the Book at the Seattle Public Library, I created the community reading program now called Seattle Reads. Here's the thing about reading. We are so very limited in what we can experience and understand about the world. We're limited by our situations, by our age, by our five senses, by our genders. And we spend so much time in our own heads, thinking, overthinking, judging, accepting, rejecting. But when we read a book, we're in the minds and experiences of other people, whether it's following along with Frodo and Sam as they traverse Middle-earth in an effort to rid the world of the great ring of power, or reading about Michelangelo's difficult relationship with his patron, Pope Julius II, in Irving Stone's The Agony and the Ecstasy, or walking the Pacific Crest Trail with Cheryl Strayed as she describes it in Wild. Every time we read, our world expands and develops with each book we pick up. Books provide joy, comfort, understanding, and knowledge. Reading helps us grow in compassion. Books can validate us and challenge us. We can find ourselves in the pages of a book and lose ourselves in the pages of a book. When I asked on Twitter and Facebook what people had learned from books, here are a few of the responses. The author Deborah Magpie Erling, a member of the Bitterroot Salish tribe, said, "From James Welch's Winter in the Blood, I learned that the ordinary lives of Native people were worthy of an honored place in the literary canon. I learned our stories could be heard." Children's book writer Nina Layden wrote me, "Everything I need is in a book. Books are knowledge, friendship, argument, theories, mood, love, creativity, inspiration, imagination unbound, and realms unreachable." From Lillian Dabney, a graduate of the iSchool, "I learned how to have a deeper understanding of the other, of those not like me." Librarian Vicki Nestine wrote, "The Town Beyond the Wall" by Elie Wiesel taught me the importance of getting involved, of helping others, not to be a bystander. I've always believed that the greatest benefit of reading and book groups is that they help foster a sense of community among a group of disparate readers. I've found that the simple shared experience of reading and talking about the same book can begin to establish a connection where none existed before. Out of this belief in the benefits of shared reading experiences came one of the most impactful and moving experiences I have ever had. In 2013, the U.S. Embassy in Sarajevo, Bosnia, implemented the One Bosnia-Herzegovina, One Book, a project in which the country's teens would all read the same book and then come together to talk about it in libraries and schools. The book they chose was Sherban Alexi's The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian, a brilliant choice. I don't know how much you know about Bosnia, but before war broke out there in 1992, Bosnia was one of the 6 republics that made up the former Yugoslavia. It was a cultural melting pot composed primarily of Serbs, Croats, Muslims, and Jews. Marriages between ethnicities and religions were not unusual. But with the dissolution of Yugoslavia came the reemergence of ethnic hostilities that had been held in check under the authoritarian rule of Marshal Tito. One of the many compromises required to end the Bosnian War in 1995 was the creation, in the Dayton Peace Accords, of a new nation, including, but formally divided between, the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina and the Republika Srpska. All war is terrible, but perhaps civil war, neighbor turned against neighbor, is the worst. The Bosnian War included the 1,425-day siege of Sarajevo by the Serbs and the ethnic cleansing, i.e. murder of Muslims, by Serbs throughout the country, but especially in cities such as Gorazda and Srebrenica. For many of the people living in Bosnia today, and maybe especially for those who were too young to have experienced multi-ethnic life before the war, it's not intuitive to think of themselves as Bosnians, but rather to define themselves by their ethnicities. And given the realities of 3 separate languages, Serbian, Croatian, and Bosnian, which are in fact actually about as different as American and British English, separate schools, or single schools divided into separate classes for Serbs and Croats, like South Africa under apartheid, one man told me, as well as the closure of institutions like the National Museum in Sarajevo because of disagreements over what national means, and even 2 different library associations, one for Muslims and Croats, the other for Serbs, not to mention a presidency of a country that rotates every 8 months between the 3 different ethnic groups. It's not easy for Bosnians to think in terms of we or one country. So what Sunshine Eisen, a cultural attaché at the embassy, was trying to do was unprecedented. My job was to travel around the country from Sarajevo to Banja Luka, the capital of the Serb Republic, and train the discussion leaders, which included mostly teachers and librarians, all of who had read Sherman's novel. In this novel, in the book, Arnold, the main character, makes a list of all the different tribes he belongs to, including the Spokane Indian tribe, the tribe of 15-year-old cartoonists, the tribe of chronic masturbators, and so on. You're not going to laugh at that that's one of his tribes? Oh, so be it. I began each training session by saying, let's go around the room and each of us will say a tribe that we belong to. The first person who spoke in the first workshop was a middle-aged woman who said, I belong to the tribe of people whose father was Muslim and mother was Serbian. There was a hush after she said that, and then a man from across the room spoke up. I belong to that tribe too, he said. So here 2 strangers were, connected because they were in the same room discussing a book. It was a powerful moment. Now, I'm not deluded enough to believe that reading and discussing Alexi's novel or any book by itself can bring about dramatic changes in a society, but small steps matter. I do believe that an experience that allows strangers to connect across a crowded room can start the process of bridging the differences that separate us and help us begin to see that in the Venn diagram of our relationships with others, we are all part of the common tribe of humanity. And it was inspiring to see the power of books do just that. In closing, I'd like to share one of my favorite quotes about reading. It comes from Virginia Woolf's How Should One Read a Book? I have sometimes dreamt that when the day of judgment dawns and the great conquerors and lawyers and statesmen come to receive their rewards, their crowns, their laurels, their names carved indelibly upon imperishable marble, the Almighty will turn to Peter and will say, not without a certain envy when he sees us coming with our books under our arms, look, these need no reward. We have nothing to give them here. They have loved reading. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nancy, for being our speaker today, for inspiring our graduates and all of us, and to broaden our understanding of others and the world around us. We have a small token of appreciation for you. Well, it's now the time you've all been waiting for. It's time to graduate some students. We will now recognize candidates for the several degrees offered by the Information School. They will be presented by the chairs of each program. Would Professor Dave Hendry please present your candidates? Professor Hendry is presenting our Ph.D. candidates on behalf of Program Chair, Professor Katie Davis, who can't be with us today. Dave.
Would the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and Information Science please stand? Dean Day, it gives me great pleasure to present our graduates of the doctoral program.
On behalf of the entire Information School family, I congratulate you. All of us on the faculty know that years of commitment, hard work, and sacrifice that are necessary to complete a doctoral program. We are very proud of you and know you will take on successful careers. We will take this moment to acknowledge each of you individually, starting with those here in person, followed by our graduates participating online. I would like to ask Saba Kawas and Dr. Amy Ko to come forward to invest Saba with her doctoral hood. Saba's dissertation title is Supporting Developmentally Responsive Design in Children's Technologies. Before she joins the faculty in her seat on stage, she will sign the Book of Graduates, as will all of our candidates this afternoon. I now ask Wes King and Dr. Matthew Saxton to come forward to invest Wes with their doctoral hood. Wes's dissertation title is A Match Made in Heaven, Queer Christians and Dating Apps. I would now like to invite Mina Tari and their advisor, Dr. Hala Anabi, to come forward to invest Mina with their doctoral hood. Mina's dissertation title is How Asian Women's Intersecting Identities Impact Experiences in Introductory Computing Courses. I would now invite Ming Ray Zhang to come forward, where I have the honor in investing Ray with his doctoral hood. Ray's dissertation title is Towards Human-like Communication with Computers. I would now like to recognize Li Zheng and her advisor, Emma Spiro. Li is joining us remotely today, so will not receive her doctoral hood on stage. Her dissertation is titled Social Support on Fitness Behavior in an Online Fitness Community. Congratulations, Li. Please join me once again in congratulating all five of our Ph.D. graduates. Would Dr. Michelle Martin please come and present your candidates?
Would the candidates for the degree of Master of Library and Information Science please rise? Dean Day, it gives me great pleasure to present the candidates.
On behalf of the Information School, I congratulate each of you on the effort and dedication you have shown in completing your degrees. Please be seated. We will now recognize our graduates individually. Those of you here in Hec Ed will go first. You'll be conducted to the stage to be hooded. We will then recognize our graduates who are joining us today in our celebration online.
Online first? We do people here first, right? So they should be coming up. Here they go. Okay. Yeah, see,
Are you reading their names?
I'm going to read these people's names
Cards.
first.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't know why we didn't have an introduction for you.
It's fine. No, it's fine. You're here to help me? I am taking cards. Thank you very much. I do not have a list of names. Megan Fontaine. Cecilia Papalardo. Iva Gorman. Alex Kim. Trevor Dorn. Wait. Emma May. Miles Steepleton. Ellen Barker. Xavier Needler Shorten. Lauren Califano. Erica Winahan. Gina Rome Benson. Good to see you. Melanie Smith. Caitlin Wheel Smith. Jennifer Hawkinson. Please stay here. Mina Gashogo. Katie Stevick. Kelsey Kerfurst. Bruce J. Wardlow. Olivia Cofield. Megan Rosenfeld. Aaron Andriasi. Courtney Tiffany. Sandra Bobman. Chloe Bryant. Shanti Rahim. Elysia Houston. Gladys Pearl Hitt. Stella Baker Haynes Keene. Jessica Novotny. Hiron Eskitz. Caleb Simons. Jacob Lackner. Sydney Geyer. Conrad Schaefer Bignati. Madeline Fox. Adrian Langen. Emily Reedy. Amanda Lorraine Mills. Emily Terada. Wonderful. Lindsay Schwartz. Truck Ho. Drew Jackson. Jennifer Stetson. Jessica Longo. Dot Castro. Trin Lee. Yeah, I know you. Holly Hudson. Brian Smith. Jane Eleanor Kern. Cale Parker. Callie Homan Vance. Emma Haygood Clarkson. Sure. Tracy Nishimoto. Patricia Corbett's son and Klamath Tribal member, Skylar Corbett Hikudu. Oscar McNary. Lauren Victoria Fleming. Catherine J. Mercer. Erica Yuen. Corey Ann Charrington. Joanne Dallas. Zoe Weiser. Alexandria. Okay. Alexandria Reindl. Jesse Randolph. Spencer Miller. Teresita Garcia. Chris Fortman. Liz Gershon. Courtney Shigeku Nomiyama. Thank you. Lara Karina Suarez. David Frappier. Thank you. Alice Perez Vevera. I got the emphasis right? Ruth Yawata. Ariana, thank you. Ariana Lanice McDade. Sydney K. Powell. Congratulations. Kay Johnson. Allison Kubini. Allison O'Keefe. Christina Ray Yannikos. Catherine Cannon Miller. Congratulations. Stephanie Leary. Jacob Collins. Laura Ann McCormick. Reed Nabahi Witherspoon. Please direct your attention to the screen to recognize our MLIS graduates who are joining our celebration online with their families and friends across the nation and around the world.
Amanda Suzanne Condon. Andrea Exner. Austin J. Fogelson. Craig Kelleher. Molly Frances Kuchmert. Elizabeth B. Kunish. Jane Lee. Rebecca Luxmore. Zoe Moth. Cynthia Angelica Nuno. Tanya M. Rios Marrero. Ana Riso. Bree Taylor.
Thank you, Brody, Emily, Mom, and Dad. It's been a wonderful 3 years. Congratulations to the class of 2022.
I will now read the names of those who are not able to join us in person today as planned. Taylor Agajanian, Brandon Boyd, Lucy Gutierrez, Bowie Mandelbaum, Lauren Nakasawa, and Valerie Peacock. Please join me once again in congratulating our awesome MLIS graduates.
Would Dr. Hala Anabi please present your candidates?
Would the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Information Management rise, please? Dean Day, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the data-driven, socially responsible information leaders, the candidates for the MSIM degree.
On behalf of the Information School, I congratulate you, each of you, on the effort and the dedication you have shown in completing your degrees. Please be seated. We will now recognize our graduates individually. Those of you here in HECED will go first. You will be conducted to the stage to be hooded. We will then recognize our graduates who are joining today's celebration online. I now welcome Dr. Matthew Saxton, Associate Dean for Academics.
Santosh Kumar Roy. Amruta Jadhav. Shruti Dixit. Charles Fromm. David Galloway. Anusha Dar. Janice Chunping Yang. Ji Kong. Anushi. Sakshi Savita Bayana. Swagatika Dash. Anand Sundaramurthy. Syed Akbar Sabir. Ashley Varma. Dev Ashish Mathur. Avi J. Whitman. Becca Tobery. Tal Woolman. Ellie Morton. Martin Smith. David Taylor. Wen Yi Ao. Alexander Jason Davis. Michael Hatcher. Yen Ji Niu. Yuan Feng Li. Mi Lei. Lei Win Dang Hua. Seyung Nam. Yu Ling. Lauren Santos. Laura Quante. Anna Craig. McKenna Jean Barton. Caillou Boney. Jared. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? David Fikayo Abolade. Peter Carlson. Connor James Clenchy. Ali Salahuddin. Yash Patel. Jwala Mukhi Surish. Nikhil GB. Sai Sripada. Chinmay Sarananand Yalameli. Pooja Jha. Shivani Shetty. Sayana Rachel Zachariah. Karnika Sharma. Namrata Mahesh Mehta. Debabrata Saha. Samanatik. Shital Takar. Shivan Dalal. Nicola Calderash. Nevi Arvind. Arush Vora. Vikas Kini. Kenny Garrison. Abdut Jadaf. Sujata Rajkarni. Ken Yuru Yang. Wei Kong Wong. Lucia Lucian Wong. Imeng Wong. Shubha Tripathi. Kusumo. Oh. Clarissa Kusumo. Jessica Lee. Julian No. Uttam Shri Harsha. Susanna Joseph Manalur. Cheng Fang Sun. Marquisha Hicks. Danny Bullis. Piyush Soni. Kalyan Chakraborty. Trevor Dixon. Matthew Orsilla. Alan Butler. Faven DiBella. Hadijatu Loom. Arthur Mann. Valerie Kim. Minju Kim. Prerna J. Kumar. Joran Dunn. Yongji Lee. Zach Chu. Kimberly Lum. Oscar Wu. Jaina Wong. Zubair Amjad. Annie Ng. Roger Liu. Anne V. Wynn. Lipsa Jenna. Mrudali Birla. Adeze Chuku. Amia Renovicker. And now, please direct your attention to the screen to recognize our MSIM graduates who are joining our celebration online with their families and friends across the nation and around the world.
Shur Chen. Asad Hussein. Eva Matkovic. Han Chiu. Saurabh Ryan Singh. Jesse Velasquez.
Shout out to all the amazing TAs and students in the MSIM program. You guys are the best. Go Dogs!
A huge shout out to my husband, my mom and dad, and all the family and friends for their support throughout this MSIM journey.
On this wonderful day, I would like to thank my family and my friends, especially my husband, for their continuous support throughout this academic journey.
I will now read the names of those who are not able to join us in person today as planned. Abigail Tish, Meghana Parab, Ufa Adil, Bonnie Ruihan Bao, Joshua Kola, Tanya Ezra, Jasmine Kaur, Sean Kim, Addison Malone, Nick Morangi, John Mitchener, Natalia Muzica, Kelly Shen, Aparajita Singh, Ansul Sinha, Hong Yu Wu, Bhargavi. Please join me once again in congratulating our MSIM graduates.
Would Dr. Amy Coe please present your candidates?
All right, would the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Informatics please rise if able? Dean Day, it gives me great pleasure to present these innovative, inclusive, and insightful candidates.
On behalf of the Information School, I congratulate you each on the hard work and dedication you have shown in completing your degrees. Please be seated. We will now recognize our graduates individually. Those of you here in HECED will go first. You'll be conducted to the stage to be medaled. We will then recognize our graduates who are joining today's celebration online. I again welcome Matthew Saxton to the stage.
Brenda Obonyo. Wahida Hakim. Sahiti Yakali. Simon Chow. Alexander Honeycutt. Tiffany Pham. Stefan Rubalcaba. Arjun Agarwal. Emran Nuru. June Kim. Vishank Rugwani. Naisha Gandhi. Janvi Woodhaven. Sharon Shinyi Lin. Dana Chovivan Rin. Faiza Hussain. Tanner Koistra. Eric Carlson. Kellen Mayer. Sam Jemwell Kiambao. Sarav Savansuka. Shurya Shrivastava. Yash Gupta. Nalan Gupta. Talan Hans. Me. Ari Madian. Shengjiang Wu. Amanda Park. Maria Matlick. Allison Geary. Samantha Rondini. Tegan Mock. Ashley Tun Hao Vo. Kevin Lay. Stephen Liu. Vanessa Sugiharto. Ryan A. Lee. Abigail Kinsai. Kayla Chia. Jesse Sershon. Ethan Kuhn. Kayvon Tari. Tyler Su. Josie Choi. Shriyan Sharma. Stephen Luong. Elizabeth Ann Nance Case. David Cheng. Kevin Chow. Jacqueline Park. June Lee. Yashasvi Joganapali. Tala Tayebi. Shreya Raj. Maya Nair. Emily Bascombe. Rachel Kinkley. Andrew Fraser. Elise Adams. Zachary Grandy. Valerie C. Satvika Shakamuri. Shruti Kampela. Anika Mishra. Kavya Ayur. Nathan Wynn. Tyler Culver. Christian Marquise Calloway. Gislan Bugingo. Jenny Sun. Ifra Mohammed. Saleha Masood. Mariam Khan. Michelle Tuan Pham. Sriniti Bularaman. Drishti Vidyarthi. Anastasia Genevieve Bequet. Allison Krinsky. Angelina Poltovsky. Ji Yi. Carson Bryant. Haley Meister. Thomas Serrano. Jacob Strozik. Spencer Pudis. Chance Landis. Jordan Jones. Justin Lim. Tony Choi. Yeju Kim. Vivian Nguyen. Naya Park. Jerome Cyrus Ortiz Oril. Tommy Wynn Lamb. Eric Nguyen Lee. Adnan Mohamud. Kasim Kasim. Pasit Aripipako. Daniel Lin. Connor Folk. Nima Shokri. Roberto Infante Lopez. Jade De Souza. Sia Sharma. Alicia Nguyen. Alex Jetty Taylor. Fanny Mai. Amara Perry. Amiro Steinman Petrasa. Tyson Toy. Emilia Hughes. Jenna Marie Wapstra. Allison Gibbons. Alex Gurman. Jason Shu. Alex Ramos. Colton Wu. Judy Nguyen. Diego Torres Aparicio. Sierra McKissick. Natapat Sakunboriak. Misty Becker. Rayan Haji. Hanan Ajmal. Julian De Los Santos. Tim Ju. Daniel Shim. Louis Top. Kelly Tran Ho. Justin Ung. Isabella Heppy. Lauren Ing. Daniel Pham. Jonathan Thomas. Kevin Yip. Peach Sangjalan Trakul. Alex Chan. Taylor Jackson. Cheng Sung. Jesse Chen. Hongyi Stephen Tang. Wendell Wenda Lee. Emily Giverts. Sam Wang. Susan Yang. Jason Tsai. Larry Tien. Nicole Adia Fendi. Emily Patricia Dooley. Albina Udis. Rayam Malik. Anusha Nasrullah. Jamila Aliyeva. Manya Jan. Daniel Gorit Chen. Jamie Jin. Paul Pham. Justin Bao. That's okay. Audrey Chen. Catherine Wardana. Benyam Maselli. Thomas Gerber. Yesun Lee. Yenny Lee. Jacinda Eng. Aaron Chow. Daniel Wenchen Miao. Andrew Clinton Wong. Jackie Yu Chung. Hongfei Lin. Minsuk Choi. Ariane Apigo. Katerina Timofeva. Ryan Z. Lee. Israel Martinez. Shane Fretwell. Mania. Junie. Marco Jim. Brendan Tran. Sebastian Passion. Jeff Tu. Sinan Chow. Wei Yang. Yi Zhang. Jenny Rong. Winnie Ma. Zhanqian Cheng. Inan Guo. Leons Liu. Yudong Li. Helen Chow. Shengzheng Wang. Yiqi Cheng. Subin Park. Will Fulton. Camden Sheeman. Matthew Putra. Stanley Susanto. Patrick Chung. Rommel Kinger. Satvik Arya. Polash Gujarati. Wenyi Sun. Alexander Dumitrio Carcona. And now, please direct your attention to the screen to recognize our informatics graduates who are joining our celebration online with their families and friends across the nation and around the world.
Rachel Chung. George Gu. Annie Liu. Sarah Marissa West. Michelle Wong.
Shout out to WinFo for 4 amazing years and to Professor Joe Janes for being an amazing iSchool mentor.
Mom and Dad's your favorite son, Alex. I wanted to thank you so much for helping me during my transition to UW, and shout out to all the RNs in attendance, and go Dogs.
I will now read the names of those who were not able to join us in person today as planned. Li Shi, Wenxi Chu, Justin Banusing, Jeremiah Cheng, Padma Gundapaneni, Ratul Jan, Brandon Lee, Amy Wynn, Eric Park, Roshni Ravi, Simon Toulousan, Christina Tay, Olivia Victorino, and Yi Zhang. Please join me once again in congratulating our informatics graduates.
Many congratulations to all of our graduates today. The Information School strives to make a difference and positively impact the world. We do this through our academic and research programs and our service to professional and scientific communities. This class of graduating students and all those who have gone before them and those who will graduate in the future are a critical part of the mission and are the reason we all love our jobs so much. Through their good work, based on what they have learned, the world is made better. Graduates, I speak for all the faculty and staff at the iSchool when I say I'm immensely proud to be part of your journey and know the information field is in good hands. As we close this convocation, I hope you share my sense of hope and optimism for a brighter future. To our graduates, you are entering the world at a time of tremendous change and uncertainty. That may be terrifying to some of you, thrilling to others, and for some of you, both terrifying and thrilling at the exact same time. But I ask you to remember, there has never been a better time for you to think about how you can do your part to change the world. Before closing this convocation, I would ask family and friends here in HECED to remain in their seats until the recessional is complete, at which time you can rejoin your graduates in the front lobby. We will begin our recessional after some brief thanks. I would like to thank our Convocation Committee, and especially Victor Akwe and Kelly Jo Fullen for organizing and orchestrating all of the many details necessary for celebrating our convocation here today, and the many staff and students who have volunteered their time today to make this event memorable for all of our graduates and all of those in attendance. Thank you all. I would also like to thank my faculty colleagues who work tirelessly to serve the educational and research mission of the iSchool. Thank you very, very, very much. Finally, to the graduating class of 2022, it has been an absolute honor and a privilege to work with you and to get to know you. I can't wait to hear about all that you accomplished. Congratulations from all of us.